This is Alan Spears, Chief Engineer at Rugged Cams. Today we're going to do another video at the Tech Bench because I want to show you the new housing for the Sentry series domes that we've designed. And this one is just going to be about the housing. We have 4 different Sentry series domes. The Sentry 700, the Sentry 700 with the infrared in it, then the Sentry HD, which is 2.2 megapixels in HD SDI, and the Sentry HD that is also infrared. But all of them are built into this same housing, and we're very proud of this housing because this housing has a tremendous number of features in it. The first one that I'd like to tell you about is it is totally sealed. It is sealed to IP68 standards. And what that means is that we've had to test this dome not only in immersion of water greater than 6 feet for 24 hours with no water incursion, but we also do a talcum powder test. And no talcum powder can get into this camera at any time to pass that test. And if you know anything about talcum powder, it has got such small micron sizes in each grain that it can get into almost anywhere. But this camera is totally sealed. It gives you a tremendous ways of mounting this camera as well. You can mount this camera on the ceiling, you can mount this camera on the wall, you can mount it at any angle that you need to, simply because it gives you the ability with this 3-axis camera positioning mount inside to make that picture upright, straight, and level, no matter how the camera may be oriented. If you want to, you can also mount this camera flush mount just by making a hole in your ceiling or your ceiling tile and mounting it flush mount for the smallest profile that you can get. You can mount it with the base, and you can use that base as your conduit wiring. You also have a 3/4 inch American sized conduit that anything 3/4 inch will fit and screw into that. And if you're not going to use it, you have this plug. You can do steel conduit, you can do also watertight conduit, you can do plastic conduit. Any wiring that you want to do, you can to this. Now we also use our Easy Pro install system, which this is the wall mount for that camera, and the camera simply goes in this orientation and screws to here. You bring your wires into there, and then you have a swing out mount, and that swing out mount allows you to either go directly into the wall behind it, or you can use one of these top or bottom 3/4 conduit openings. So now you have a very good professionally installed system that you're going to hide all your wires. You cannot mess with this camera. It's totally vandal proof. Then you can absolutely open it up and your camera just hangs there while you're doing all your wiring. The Easy Pro install system is very, very handy. But some other features of this particular dome is it's got an American Polycarbonate Dome, and this is a totally clear, blemish-free dome, which is why we use it. No matter where you have the camera looking out there's no distortions in this dome whatsoever. When you take this top portion off of the camera, you have a steel safety cable so that this portion and the dome never will drop and hit the ground. It hangs from whatever you're trying to do. You have basically heater inside this housing, and it is a very robust heater too, because this housing is rated to 40 degrees below zero. That is an amazing number, but we have a whole host of cameras now that will hit 40 degrees below zero, and that's the same whether it's Fahrenheit or centigrade. So F or C, it's 40 degrees below zero. So we wanted to show you all about the housing and the features of this housing that is for every one of our Sentries. And we call it the SentryDome housing, and it is absolutely the best housing that we have ever made. So now you know why lots of businesses and industry come to Rugged Cams, because not only can this take any challenging environment that you want, but you can also use it in any orientation in any way that you want. So take a look at all of our Sentry camera series, from the 700 line 960H to the Sentry HD series. all in our SentryDome housing, and all able to use our Easy Pro install system. Thanks for watching.